event will be happening today, even though it's literally like 3 days of season 9. So in this 3 days, also known as hours, where the World Cup's done, I'm so excited. Like Tfue, Ninja, Marshmallow, all them. Marshmallow even had like a concert for himself. Waiting to Fortnite release a second concert for Marshmallow's birthday. Need to celebrate him since he's had a concert once. But guys, yeah, so I'm just going to run through what actually made this orb in the first place. Number 1. First of all, we started off with season 4-ish? Yeah. When the rocket, also known as the meteor, which had the visitor in it, it was aiming for Tilted, the OG Tilted, not the new Tilted, but mysteriously, when it said Worlds Collide, and well, season 5 was meant to be called Worlds Collide, something happened. It malfunctioned and went through a ginormous rift. So anyway, in that rift, basically it travelled it all the way up, and then I think the rocket's one of the rifts in the sky which are gone mysteriously. What did happen overnight? Did it get power from the rift and went back into this thing? Okay guys, so after that, when season 5 comes, the rift turns purple because a new unexpected, also known as cool guest, arrives to be called Kevin the Cube. Now, Kevin was brought here by one of the rifts, presumably the rocket rift or something, because I don't think why it would just do a normal rift. I mean, I must add some sort of rift. Anyway, so other stuff from our Fortnite world apparently seems to be going away into the real world, and we realised that the Door Burger originally came from, well, probably not, but maybe, actually California desert. That's where Drift comes along, and all of a sudden, I don't know if that's actually real or something, but yeah, but pretty cool. But right, so when Kevin came along, he didn't seem too harmless at the start, you know. Well, what am I saying? The more weak he got, the more he wasn't harmless. If you hit him, you know you were gonna get bounced back. If you shot it, you were gonna bounce back, but more force. But so when Kevin was traveling around, there was ruins, which I'll get into why these ruins were actually here or something in video now. Right, this is just a theory, but I'll get on to maybe the truth. I don't know, probably not. Maybe all this I'm saying is fake. When Kevin got into Loot Lake, also known as the event where he sinks into Loot Lake, that's the reason how the orb got power. Or Kevin put his power in the orb at the start. Now, that's just a theory because number 1, there was like a house actually on Loot Lake at the start, and wouldn't just the house sink if, like, you know, a house can't just come originally from a random place. So I don't see how that makes much sense, but apparently it does, but that still doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, yeah, so next, when, like, you could actually bounce on it, and that's probably the reason why this was here, to actually make you bounce on it. So yeah, when Kevin had enough time, he came back up off the ground to season 6. Now, this is where my point kind of makes sense. There was a giant wormhole below the bottom of the, you know, thingy, you know, but yeah, there was a wormhole or a portal thingy, which is actually this, under Loot Lake. Kevin was originally here up in the centre, although it was way different looking due to the fact that it was different, since they've done up Loot Lake a big favour. they've made it absolutely destroyed. So that's basically a recap of how this works. So yeah, so apparently most people are theorizing that. Oh, what was it? Great Omen. Guys, I'll be back.
46 back-to-back hits, and he can't find a bead on Evil Mare. Goes down out here at the old Greasy Grove Ice Lake.
And you see Evil Mare still just in total about 80 HP. Got the 50 back for the elimination, so when you calculate it, really only had about 30 health left. So Dove so close, but not able to connect with that final combat shotgun shot. And Dr. Lupo, look at this inventory for Riversong for Team Liquid. 6 shockwave grenades, 2 minis, 3 chug splashes, a launch pad. Weapons a little bit awkward, if I'm going to be honest. Just a scoped assault rifle and a epic tactical shotgun. But Storm Surge is coming to play, and Dr. Lupo, we haven't really touched on that yet today. Inform the viewers at home as to exactly what this is.
So Storm Surge is a mechanic to prevent players from potentially sitting and not engaging in fights. If there are a certain number of players at this point, when there's over 70 when this circle closes, people are going to start to take 25 damage every tick. That's every 5 seconds, unless they are over the threshold for the amount of damage done in the lobby. It's a way to encourage players to get engaged in fights without having to force anybody. You can't really just sit still the entire time. You've got to get engaged, get involved in what's going on.
And it ends when we go below that threshold. Exactly. Up this first threshold, you have to drop below 70 players. So Storm Surge will remain in play right now until 69 players is reached. You see Booga with an elimination. Blasted with one as well.
Okay guys, so I'm back. So as I was saying, so there was this, right, I'll get that into the end, but let's continue. So Kevin started slowly moving across from platforms. Here's an example. I'm moving. Are you proud of me, Mom? That was probably the worst impression of Kevin in my life. Oh wait, maybe I was wrong because I made a video about it cringier called Lots of Ideas. Don't watch that because it has some stupid trailer theories. What was season 7 meant to be? Okay, but anyway, when Kevin started slowly moving, he got ruins and he started like gaining power off them, which I'll get to how this powered up the. Why am I seeing stuff? I thought there was a time where it looked like or something there. Oh my god, see a signpost, man, it's tricking me now. Move this out the way so I don't get over exaggerated. There might be an event today, it's only 6:30, but yeah. So, right, it gets kind of. I'll do some theories at the end. Okay, so just get onto time travel. Just checking timer if it's that. So like, mostly, it was just like saying that this thing. Right, so when Kevin got all the powers of the ruins, let me guess, they were back in the ground, although until one day, they all came back over to Loot Lake, and when Fort Nightmares began, everything changed. And that is the reason how that leads up to season 9. Okay, so when Kevin broke the floating house, it was because he was trying to drain energy more easier. That thing was a nodger exploding. Or going on. Anyway, so yeah. When Kevin was draining power into the wormhole, which this little door here was probably secretly the door, and it was giving it power for when Kevin explodes because he lost his power. If Kevin never lost his power, that would have a big effect on season 7. And I'll get into some suggestions of what would have happened if Kevin didn't explode. So, my theory is no. So when Kevin did explode, it brought us into the in-between. in between which was this basically like orb location. Now, I'm just saying, I think right, so in the event, because I played it, there was lots of like orbs around us, and I thought one of these orbs became the main orb in season 9, or it was just not fully prepared. The orb wasn't prepared fully yet because it has 2 stages. I meant the event, or like the bunker. So anyway, yeah, that's on your Jabuki, I swear. Okay, so Kevin, also known as the butterfly or something, or the Rift being a butterfly this whole time, when we touched it, I thought we either went back in time or went to the future. Now, you may think that that was a good idea, we have went to the future, but it says, but we're wrong. That's right. So I'll tell you why we're wrong. Due to the fact that if we were going to the future, we would be in the new future straight away. We still had Tilted Towers and all that. I thought we went back in time, although no, it just destroyed Loot Lake and left the circle which hides the secret thing. Oh, I forgot to mention, I think when Kevin, like, to make it easier for him, there was this big portal in the sky, which I think explains what I thought would have been time travel. So I'll get onto theories on what would have happened if none of this ever happened. What would have happened if Kevin never did anything to this? Would it ever have been found? Would the monster have ever came? If the Ice King didn't come? If the pirates or pressure plant didn't come? But what if one thing did happen, which I'll get to later? So when, like, mid-season 8 time, when all the pirates and, I mean, we haven't got to season 7 yet. Skipping season 6 to season 7, 8. So, like, yeah, guys, so, truth is, I have this theory on point that the Ice King wasn't the one who was actually moving the castle, it was the monster. You may think, how is that possible? Now, most people are thinking that one of the monsters were the eggs. That's false, because if it was, it would have broke Polar Peak straight away. But that egg was hidden, it wasn't underground. But here's the truth. So, I'm just giving this theory. The Ice King had, like, you know, this island or something, and, you know, the snow was rapidly melting. So, he had to travel to new islands just to prevent that from going even faster. So he chose Fortnite, and the monster was the one moving it because the Ice King was maybe trying to look after the eggs. If the monster wasn't me moving it, then Kevin might have been, which I'll get into that theory later, but yeah. So, here's where it just gets crazy theories. So, I'll speak on theories later. So, you know, all the Ice King stuff, new skins. I thought no events would have happened in season 7 until I found that the Greasy, Flush Factory, most of that was gone. Most of that was gone. That was all gone. Most aim locations were gone. But come to think about it, there was something we missed in everything. But yeah, okay, this sounds a little bit confusing, but I'll tell you this theory at the end because I don't know if this holds up in the story. Okay, so yeah, the Ice King had his event, made the map all snowy. Don't know how he did it. I don't know how he has enough power for that. Yada yada yada. Because I thought it would be all icy, not snowy. Why is his name the Ice King? Gosh darn it, Fortnite. Anyway, so when the event happened, you know, I'm going to explain that at the end. So, let me guess. So, something like when season 8 came and all that, we all know what kind of powered it, but do you know, I think this is just a theory or something, right? all this kind of holds up in the storyline. So the reason why, remember how I said in the in-between, the thingy wasn't like right, it wasn't probably finished properly. Productively. The 5 runes were the key to powering it up fully. That's just a theory, it's just like what Kevin did. But it's not working with the orbs, because these things are almost crushed. Anyway, so, yeah. So you may wonder, but how does this, but the event worked perfectly, but no, we'll get into that later. So, when the Unvaulting event happened, I don't think the guns had anything to do with it, although there was, and this is true, there was a giant orb in the, like, you know, what do you call it? The Unvaulting event, there was a giant orb that seemed way bigger than this. Although when you come to think about it, most people are saying just because of the height of it, doesn't mean, most people are saying because of the height of it means that it's different orb, but that's not true. Just because if it's a different height doesn't, or like size, doesn't mean that it's not going to be the same. It could be. I mean, it could have just started like, maybe this is either a butterfly, the rift, or Kevin's power, or just a random orb in general. We don't know. Or I'll get into another theory later, because I keep having loads of theories and how this could have changed the storyline and all that. But yeah, okay. So when the volcano erupted, you know, that didn't really give us much information. Oh, by the way, we all thought that the orb was just there. Most people were thinking that the orb was a UFO, just but in the background, but apparently we were wrong. We get into Season 9 and Neo Tilted and Mega Mall were all new locations. We saw a Statue of Singularity's helmet, which was later on revealed in Season some midpoint when you can get all the 104 bikes to get the secret skin, also known as that skin. So, by the way, my friend betrayed me, said he had to go, but he didn't. Anyways, sorry. Wait guys, let's watch the quick, that program's just about to finish in a minute. Then like, right, so
he's still got 2 more in his inventory, which this late in the game is huge. He does have 3 shockwave.
Okay guys, let's just continue. So nothing was really interesting about Mega Mall, you know, Tilted Towers, but then when we all thought that a dragon broke out of Polar Peaks up top, secret layer, we were wrong. Okay, as I mentioned earlier about how Ice King got here, that doesn't make quite sense to me, but most people are thinking that when the Season 8 event happened, the monster, like, you know, the monster, I need to talk about this before this thing explodes, before we actually find out what the truth is. So let's continue. So here's a quick little creepy theory. So when the monster broke out, we all know that it made footprints. Most people are rethinking that it was Kraken, only because it went in water at the start, or something. Most people are thinking it was that because it's a water creature. Some people are thinking it's Godzilla because, like, the reason is because he can swim in the movies. Probably because he's been doing it countless times. Most people are thinking it was like a dragon or something. So when they thought it was like a dragon, we were, because they couldn't see the Polar Peak monster. I don't know if we were all wrong. my friend thought it was a shark for some reason. Some people are thinking it was a baby dolphin. I don't know why, but why would they think that? Right, so a baby dolphin's footprint would possibly, well, it doesn't really have a footprint, but even if it did, it would probably be, don't know what the footprint is, but it was a different one. But that, there was people thinking it was a flipping dinosaur. I don't know why I thought it was a dinosaur, but wait, see after this match I might leave and check if they've got any teasers for season 10.
Imagine being in the World Cup finals.
So yeah, well, who's in the second round of the cup? You know.
Ascend to the high ground, take over, and get the victory royale.
Much deserved game 1 victory right there. The number one thing I noticed from Puga.
Is that
In the shadow bombs, so many people worry so much about popping out of the shadow and immediately boxing and protecting themselves. Instead, Puga winds up pushing forward.
getting way brighter, guys. I need to talk about this soon before anything
and then
happens.
pops out of the shadow and eliminates the player. Happened 3 times.
And then I'll get onto theories
Why he was able to push on through. Puga, an
after.
incredible
So yeah,
what is that, 19 points?
it travelled to Loot Lake because in that time it was trying to find something. Just like the reason why it destroyed this part of Loot Lake, but not technically the alien spaceship people say. Right, so I'm just going to stand here and look at the orb before it explodes to my base. My next thing to say is like, so let's just say
And you look at the leaderboard right now, a big talk of yesterday, EU versus NA. EU, why so quiet earlier in the day? NA, why so quiet at the end of the day? 8 of the 10 top players after game 1, all from the US. Here's your 11 through 20 in place right now. Benji Fishy on there, Evil Mare on there as well. But a fantastic start to today, and I'm loving the energy from this crowd at the first ever Fortnite World Cup. They saw how good
what
the
the thing.
competition
So
was yesterday.
yeah.
Everyone was
So
excited
when
to
the
get
event
ready.
happened, we all saw the monster, which appeared to be like Godzilla or maybe Godzilla ripoff. I don't know. Maybe their own monster. Yeah. And I'll get into why we thought it was a Kraken. Okay, here's the next series. So, yeah, they built a giant robot. They gave us warnings. They gave us timers. When it hit 0, the monster came out with Polar Peak. And then the robot came. The robot shot missiles, more missiles, but they were blue. And then the monster, like, shot out of it. Oh. And Polar Peak's gone thanks to the robot. People say that the monster was the monster was Polar Peak Destroyer was the thingy. Huh, some chance, robot. You're the one who destroyed it. Anyway, so it destroyed it. The robot thought it was finished. Well, thought he was finished. The thingy, you know, spat a laser at his mouth, and then yeah, basically like almost took the robot down in one hit. But no, the robot got up, flew it to the sea. So let's just say it was like right here and then there. When we thought the event was over, like me and my friend's reaction, well, most people, like my friend Logan was like shut up to me when I told him that I thought the event was over. Right, so just as soon as the robot got up and upcoming, is a theory that probably makes no sense, but okay. So when the monster came up from the river, it tore half of the robot apart, taking its arm off, its jet boosters damaged. It was running out of power. Luckily though, it reached Loot Lake, where the orb was. Somehow, thanks to, right, so let's just say that the monster helped the robot in this situation, which was stupid. The robot grabbed the middle of Loot Lake and got, which we all thought was a spaceship, or most people did. That was fake. It was actually more like a power source, and also known as Butterfly, Rift, or Kevin's power. So yeah, that's just a theory. So next and final theory is, let's just say,
with the best of the best, putting himself currently sitting in the number 2 spot. He has played so absurdly well in that first game. This is what it's all about. If you can bring
okay, so yeah, so that's basically, and he used it to blast him away, and then surprisingly the Statue of Singularity was also fake, and it was a sword probably by her, and then with the power of it he used the sword with it, and then it was either the monster going down or the robot going down. I thought it was going to be the robot, but I also thought that wouldn't make sense because it would probably just destroy the whole entire island. It would probably take this giant orb and destroy it. Okay, anyway, so
My Italian family was out
okay, let's get into more. So
unfortunately, my Aunt Lorraine down in Florida, I know you're watching.
here's a quick thing. So that we all thought that was over, although this thing was still up there, and we all thought that that's going to, you know, explode. It has no matter. And then when it got to the second stage, that's when my theories began. And I've made another video on this, although I was kind of too quick in it. So I've put more detail into this as I can, but yeah. So this thing right here is either Kevin the butterfly or the Rift, which is a butterfly, or Kevin's the butterfly, which is the Rift, or like Kevin's soul is in the butterfly, which is in the Rift. So yeah, hope you like my theory, guys, but it's not over. Here is some more theories of what would have happened. So what would have happened if Kevin didn't like go, let's just say, in the water in season 5? What would have happened? Would the map just stay normal, or would, you know, yeah, yeah. So, but here's where the theories get interesting. So you know how all this chaos is happening in the map, you know, Fire King, Polar Peak, Paradise. Well, can't say that because that was already there. What if Kevin didn't explode, but it was like, you know, so I'm just saying this is a theory, but you know how the Ice King came, you know, the Ice King came, and I did forget one event, which was the marshmallow event, although that had nothing to do with the cube, or did it? Get to that theory in like, wait, 1 little minute or so. Okay, here we go. So yeah, that doesn't really give us much explaining of why the Ice King came, but I was at a party once, I think it was when I had streaming on. I was recording it on my phone, or my mum didn't let me because it was my friend's birthday party, and he has Fortnite and he plays it on Xbox, and let's just say his friends are crazy. Can't believe I'm the only, probably the sensible one there. All his friends are like this, give me a show, and I was the only one caring about what could have been the event which could have changed Kevin if he was still around. Now, actually, let's do this in order. So the reason why I thought Kevin was carrying it is because we saw like there was a glitch in the cube, like under Polar Peak, which had like this purple cube shard. Now something tells me that it was like if Kevin was still around, and maybe a cube shard was suddenly connecting or something. Like maybe when Kevin exploded, it shattered all around the map, or maybe like outside the map, maybe like over here. Right, but that's probably not there anymore due to the fact that the monster got destroyed and so did Polar Peak, so that must have been fake. Although, why would they put that there? Is it just a reference to Kevin since it got Laser Beam 200 million views and all that? I don't know, but yeah, that could have changed Kevin. So my theory is, what would have happened is, maybe if there was cube shards like secretly won over here,
POI is insane.
at Polar Peak, there, and there. Now, this theory doesn't make any sense because Kevin's shots were already there, but I just remembered I'm not on that. So what if Kevin's power, what if Kevin, like, shots fell off, but it didn't explode the map and we never had the Nexus event until now, right? Let's just say that we did, although he didn't crack, he just froze or something. No, that doesn't make sense. So, what I'm trying to say is, actually, here's a better exclamation. What if when all his power went, he just froze? He just froze, the floating island froze. Kevin froze. Everything froze. He didn't spin or anything, he didn't do anything to get in the event. Now, that theory would be good, although we need to add more exclamation to it. So, if all of the cube shards came, one was at Polar Peak, one was moving one of the... Right, and then all of them came to Kevin, or sat down next to Kevin, but not on him. So when the Ice King, like, oh, there was one in Polar Peak which would have destroyed it. So let's just say, here's a theory. So there was an event where the Ice King used his spear. Most people are suggesting that was Kevin because of, like, it was stunt blue and purple. Now, blue and purple in our hands recognise this. If this is what the Ice King was using, then somehow that power must have, like, wait, that explains it. So Kevin's the Rift, if he was the Rift or controls the Rift, the Ice King was like a blue and green Rift shadow. What if he used that power just to do it? But most people would do... Oh guys, right, so I know what I said, but actually, do you know how the Ice King couldn't do any of this now? He's dead. Yeah, so there was a glitch to get under the volcano in replay mode, and most people saw him like tied up probably, so he couldn't stop the prisoner's plans or Rune's plans, depending on what time he got under and depending what time Rune came. If he came before, then it obviously, you know. Okay guys, here's a theory that doesn't make sense for any of us. So when like he used the powers and he used the snowstorm to cover up the whole map, that's when the cube shards flew over to Loot Lake, and when it passed Loot Lake, it came back and Kevin was alive due to the power. Now, that's just a theory, but yeah, that's just a theory, you know. I know, yeah. But, yeah. So not much detail went into that. Although, do you know why I think it was in Season 7? Because there's been countless Kevin spots. Number one, I'll get into them. So, most people are thinking that some person thought it was like different types of Ice Kings. You know, the wind, the fire, the wind, the fire, the ice, and the Earth King. So, and one of them was like a Cube King or something, or the Silver King. Now, so like up in the sky, I don't know if that's available anymore. You can actually see like floating bendable squares, I guess, but yeah. Okay, second appearance is in the Season 7 trailer. There was a present for Christmas, you know, crack shot and all that. But there was one that was like Kevin. So that would be a stupid theory of what I was thinking. The Ice King stole the present and pretended that it was Kevin. Imagine.
Bugha eliminated to start off this game in 90th place. So our game 1 winner out early on, which means that 9-point lead will surely be cut down as this one goes on. Quick thing I want to remind everyone of, yesterday we were nearing the #1 trend in the world on Twitter. I'm going to challenge all of you right now. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup across everywhere. Send in how you're watching today. Let me know who you think's going to win.
Second, you know, thought actually. So this one confused a lot of people on what it could have been. But if you remember the Season 7 loading screen, there was something behind it. Now, most people, before they had the chance, instantly saw it apart from mobile players. Well, maybe some of them would. But in the distance, you could see a cube. Now I don't know if what would have explained what would have happened if that one of the cube shots which was in Polar Peak was Kevin, and it grew. Oh, those countless theories that could have counted it. So yeah, the fourth appearance was it again, but it was like a darker version to make it more easier to like identify what it was. But yeah, okay, my other theories are quickly, not yet, right, so I'll do the fifth appearance in a minute, right. So my theory is that see, like when I saw the floating, like maybe Kevin's or something, right, so my theory was that it crashed into the water, and that's the reason, that's how Kevin could have came back alive. But no, Fortnite didn't have the chance to for some reason. My second theory is the cube shard, you know, if it was in Polar Peak, if that even was a cube shard, it grew, you know, it basically killed a lot of killed Polar Peak. And that all melted, that made Greasy Grove probably unstoppable to come back. My other theory is that there was a 2019 celebration event. There was an event, but there was one particular thing that sparked a lot of us. Get it? Because fireworks spark, and that's basically what was in the event. But that's not my thing. So there was on January the 1st probably, or January 2nd, I don't know. Maybe December, probably not. There was like this event with all the fireworks, you know, but there was one that was purple and it went into the water. Now, if it went into the water, we all know what could have came next. So, yeah, that could have been Kevin. We all know. My last theory is couple more. So, right, most people saw Thingman in the Marshmallow event, Kevin at Polar Peak inside. Most people saw him, you know, people saw him at more places at the Marshmallow event. Some people saw him. The 50 health was earned, he was stuck at 50, meaning more people saw him underwater, I think. It's a shadow or something of it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but yeah. That shadow could have been anything. It probably wasn't Kevin, but that was just a theory. My other theories are that when Kevin suddenly came, or when it was carrying Polar Peak, if that was the case, Polar Peak just split away from it and it went underwater, and that's what started the earthquakes in our Fortnite world. That's just a theory, you know, because it was underwater, you know. My next theory, which kind of doesn't make sense. Wait, but how would Kevin actually be able to come? I just realised that. So all this time. Oh wait, I forgot Kevin couldn't explode. Wait, but how would he get Polar Peak to come? So all these series didn't make sense for Season 7. Because if Kevin, unless like, you know, Kevin, you know, automatically disappeared, teleported to get, I don't know, or maybe it was a different cube. Had countless appearances of them. But that's mostly all of them. But yeah, what do you think the truth or the theory that's right is? So, oh,
and it's going quick. Dr. Lupo now down to just 12 HP. This could be done here momentarily. His shot, no. Marvin wins it with the quick.
I just realised something. Kevin maybe had nothing to do with this. Well, maybe did. So there's these two skins called Omen and Fate. Don't sound that interesting. Although when you come to think of it, Omen or Fate, there was this like probably like in Season 6 or something, there was a spray and it had Omen or Fate on it. You know, the female version of Omen. Fate. And like she has like something on her hands just like the Ice King. And it seems like this orb here. So my theory is Kevin maybe had nothing to do with this and it was all her doing, but that's just my theory. I don't know, but yeah. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video here. That was me just giving you theories. Tell me what you guys think and what's gonna happen. Hold on guys, I'm joining my friend's party. Maybe I didn't care if he betrayed me, but oh well.
Hello?
Hi. Okay guys, I just joined my friend's party. John, do you know what I was doing? Oh, by the way guys, I was part of when me, Logan's friend Liam and all that were in an event. I was stressed up.
Oh.
Wait, see when you got in the game? Oh wait, you didn't, did you? Damn it.
Yeah, I just got in at the very end.
Wait, do you mean the very end? Do you mean when the monster get killed?
No, when well, yeah, I saw that, but like, I came in as soon as like it got killed. Send me an invite.
Right, so John, here's a quick, I will send you an invite. Okay, here's a quick theory, John. You know Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin the Cube. Right, my quick, like, here's some like random theories that I've got or something. So, what if Kevin didn't explode in season 6? How would that affect everything that he's done? What if there was no Polar Peak? I don't know. I'll be back. I'm gonna get a quick drink.
Just to the west, that submarine atop the ice mountain right there.
But look at how many players are stacked on the right side of that zone. So if you're currently in this next zone,
I'm back.
on that north or east side, you can put a ton of damage.
This orb's gonna explode. I don't know if there's gonna be an event today.
You see Colorado does go down to Diego GB in your elimination fee.
I'll be on at some point tomorrow. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm 200 now, by the way.
I saw your profile picture. I can easily see.
What bit are you at? Like,
Look
what
like.
square? Right. Oh, fuck, the gravity's like relative. I don't like it when gravity's like that.
I don't know how it's set. It's automatically for some reason. Did you even see that they're in the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm watching it now. There's
Alright,
a bit
so
I
my
can
screen.
press options. You can, yeah, on the screen, yeah. I've got that one. So okay.
He's got a dinner date at 7:30, so good for him. Some classes, everything, Jack.
Either 51 out of 100 players left in the game. How are you spectating? Are you spectating a guy who has a Triceratops skin on?
Yeah.
He just got killed, didn't he?
Yeah.
Now I'm spectating a random kid who's using shadow bombs at the snow area.
Yeah.
Now see what he can do by himself. Was on the far side of the zone, so also not a fun spot.
King currently has the highest damage in the match, 574.
I can't get present, I don't know why.
Still in it, still trying to win, still trying to get the beat on players in a quick fun aspect up the ramp, right off hard. By the edit play, shot through the wall, gets the follow through. The edit comes down, keeps playing out of his mind right now.
He reminds me of like Vinny and Zexro back in the earlier duo competitions when they would just try to fight anyone they saw. King, 7 eliminations in game 1, now 4 eliminations in game number 2, and there's still 42 players remaining. And there's only one person in the next zone that just popped up, Dr. Lupo. It is as far west as possible, and look at those arrows.
Do you think he'll win that?
Practically moving on over, as everyone knows, Pride stays
Don't know. I would never make it into the World Cup.
Tell me about it. I'll make it in the. I'm the worst player in the Game Cup.
I would definitely get it from that.
Liam was thinking that the monster was like a shark. I still have that video recorded. I was watching it earlier. Why me, Liam, and all that. See? Who had the best reactions out of all of them? Logan. I was sad. I thought I missed the event.
I missed most of it.
Do you want to know what happened?
No, I was watching it on YouTube, like as it happened.
Damn it, why did I keep forgetting that? I think you said that you were watching IA in the midpoint of when the monster got.
Watching Ali and watching you.
I think you did say it, but oh well.
Yeah.
32 players out of 31. Why was I going like this? What is that to make a team leader? I was wondering what it was. Are you excited to go back into P7? Kind
back
of.
into P7, what do you mean back?
Then back to like going to, go to P7, yeah. Going into P7.
Yeah.
I think Logan was about to cry when, he thought the monster was going down. Liam was scared because he was near it.
I've been playing Minecraft.
I know. I play Minecraft all day. Minecraft all day. Can't be bothered with the stream right now.